What happens if a hire doesn't work out and the person's been hired, was trained internationally, and comes to work for your company? Very important question. And the number one thing I would say is you got to have a great employment contract in place, checked out by a lawyer. That's so important. And you need to be practicing great management, progressive discipline, really making sure that you're on top of new hires to make sure that they're hired correctly in the first place, but also their onboarding and training goes well. One of the things that we've got is a multi-step onboarding package for their first day and before people arrive, but also the training that they're going through for the first week, the first month, and the first 3 months. So really showing that progress. And then we also have quarterly check-ins for every new hire. So it doesn't matter if I'm hiring somebody from down the street in another region of the country or somebody internationally. We're following that process. And if it doesn't work out, we've got termination provisions that protect us primarily. And if it's somebody internationally who's coming to the country, coming to set up shop, we know that one of the hardest things is if you lose your job and you don't have employment. So budgeting for a ticket home for that person and their family is totally worth having. It seems expensive, but nothing is worse than a newspaper article about how somebody was hired and then fired unjustly, and somebody going to the press and getting local press on that. So if somebody's terminated, unfortunately, it's not as easy as if somebody can walk across the street and get a new job. If they've come to your work for you, it's not quite as easy to terminate somebody who's come from another country. So being able and willing to fly them home to their where they're from is totally a worthwhile investment, especially when you really want them to be taken care of for any employee. But for somebody who's new to the country, it's really not the situation you want to be in. So flying them home so they're back where they've got the best chance of employment is a really good idea.